Is Russia a cold, dark, scary place full of bad guys? Yes, yes, maybe, and maybe. Welcome to Expat American. I am the Expat American, and I want to know what you think of Moscow. And more importantly, I want to find out, what is Moscow like after midnight? Come explore with us, me and Russian businessman Dmitry, right now on the streets of Moscow, all alone, except for Aurora, who will protect us, maybe. Ready? Action! About this or that?
Both this and that.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about us both. We on? It's St. Paul, you said?
Yes, yes.
Here? I forget.
I got it. So am I saying it?
All right, you got it. Are you rolling now? So check out this cathedral right here.
Yep.
It's cool. All right, it's getting scary.
Крути, крути. Да не иди, Христов.
I'm at my local shawarma, buying shawarma. Got my groceries I'm taking home to the wife. See, milk and kefir in the side pockets. Ready to have my dinner at home. My scarf doesn't look good.
What?
My scarf doesn't look good.
When's he coming?
We're going to him. Maybe. I'm not sure. He was supposed to meet us here. He just sent me a message that I am to go to that castle and then go left to an underpass.
Did you send your address?
No. Aurora and I are doing a video tonight, or rather I am. She's just the cameraman or camera woman.
Is your cameraman cancel on you?
Yes, that's true. And I am supposed to meet a Russian businessman here in Moscow at night. And he instead sent me a message to cross the street to the castle and then go left to the overpass. So we're following his instructions, his mysterious message.
Yes, hi.
What's up, man?
Good. Oh, you have any...
We have a camera person with us.
All right.
A camera person. What are we doing tonight?
We're walking Moscow late at night. Well, not really late at night. It's about 9:30. For
But
some
it will
people,
be
it's...
past midnight before we end, because I want the title, Moscow After Midnight.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna get it. Yeah. On the left, this is Dutch Embassy, historical building, and the one thing that I like about it,
Was that someone famous, Dmitry?
yeah, he looks like #1 comedian on Russian YouTube, like 3 million subscribers or something.
Is it?
Yeah, he's walking with his back.
Oh,
back to
no.
us now.
Oh,
Yeah,
well. Famous people everywhere in Moscow.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway,
Celebrities.
you were saying a pretty building.
Yes. See those screens over there? Them standing?
Yeah. On the lower portion.
Yes, they have a very nice veranda there, like a terrace,
Oh, nice.
to have tea or something and look at the third worlders from above. You know, that's a very nice place.
That is beautiful, though.
Yeah.
How would you define Moscow for, let's say, someone who has no idea what Moscow is?
Moscow is what you make of it. It's a lot of fun. It's very serious. It's very artistic. whatever you want, really. It's business. It's if you if you take America, it's New York for finance, Chicago for manufacturing, Washington for politics and government, Los Angeles for arts and TV, Houston for space. It's all rolled into one. So yeah, it's yeah.
Wow. Do
Yes.
you think that's because Russia's a colder place and you need a lot of infrastructure to live here? Or why would that be, that everything would be in one location?
No, it's just historically so, because you know Russia's been centralized for centuries.
Uh-huh.
Russians love centralization, so yeah, that's how it is. We are approaching Nikitskaya Square, which is one of the most notable places in Moscow for several reasons, because you know there are boulevards that lead to Arbat Street, and there is TASS agency.
Why did you want to show us Moscow at night?
Because it's really safe and it's really nice. I mean, it's still not really night, but it's just I just love walking these streets. You know, it
I'm
relaxes
from
me.
Florida. I consider this night.
No, it's yeah. I've spent most of my life inside the city limits, so yes, I'm. It is really nice. It's really, yeah, it's different from Florida, from northern Florida especially. That's where the gators are, right? In the north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the gators are everywhere.
Okay.
But I am from northern Florida.
Okay.
But I'm not a gator. Gator, that would be a football team that I'm not for, unfortunately.
All right.
So
all right.
where are we specifically right now? I see some interesting buildings around us.
Yeah, this is Nikitskaya Square. This is the seat of Russian propaganda. This is the TASS agency. So basically, this is where the official Russian news come from. That's
cool.
that was active during the Soviet time as well, and they, you know, TASS is like the brand name.
So it's where they promote their message to the world, to,
yes,
their people.
Yes.
So when you say propaganda, some people think of it as negative. It's not necessarily negative or positive. It's just the government
just
putting out the information.
Yeah, which is propaganda.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's so, and here we see Russian rich and famous having supper,
Nice.
supping on expensive things, and
Special, fortunate people.
Yeah. No, anyone can come in here.
Yeah, it looks tasty. It looks good.
Yeah. Then there is every Friday and Saturday there is like a huge crowd here. People drinking beer outside. So yeah, it's really nice. Musicians playing, and it's a fun place. These photo exhibitions.
Are these like theater shows?
Every topic, right now it's probably theater shows, yes, but they change it all the time. So yeah, this is probably from Bolshoi. Dancing almost in the nude, you know, believe it or not, you would never think something like that.
Isn't it kind of a conservative place then? Russia?
Where?
Russia?
It is conservative, but not in a. It doesn't exactly correspond to the Western definition of it. You know, it's
I got you.
Eastern Europe is.
So this looks like a nice big boulevard here.
Yeah. This is the boulevard that goes to Pushkinskaya, and Arbat is over there. And you see that orange little, see that neon sign in orange?
Yeah.
Small? It says the House of Hemp. Yeah.
House of what?
Hemp.
Hemp.
Hemp. Yeah.
Well, that's a no-no in Russia.
No, it's like technical hemp, not like
Oh, okay.
marijuana, but yeah. The guy who owns the store, he's a hemp producer in the Ivanov region. Yeah, so
Oh, cool.
I just know him. Yeah, that's very interesting. What else is nice here?
Well, you were saying off camera your father used to live down here?
Yes. My father used to live in one of the like underground floor in the cellars, basically. You know, they have only the windows above the street level, and yeah, after the war. Yeah.
Wow, after the war.
Yeah.
So he was like a teenager.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah. So that's this is the heart of Moscow, basically. That's the northwest quarter, but one of the most Moscow places when you think of it as a Muscovite. You know, I've walked here for like thousands of times, I'd say.
This is a church, and actually Pushkin got married there. And if we look over there, there's a statue of Pushkin underneath that dome with his wife Natalia. Да? Natalia?
Yep.
Natalia.
Who are you?
I am Dmitry Balkovsky of RussiaMove.com, helping foreigners to move here and feel at home here. And I'm born and bred Muscovite. Studied in the States, studied in New Zealand a long time ago, quarter century ago, when I was young and handsome.
Wow, so you've lived in America.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
In the city of Boston, yes.
You could give us some comparisons later on.
Yes, absolutely, yes. No, Boston is very pretty in many ways, full of youthful vigor and culture and, you know, parties and all that stuff. So yeah, kind of like Moscow, but smaller.
Yeah, we'll put links to his channels. He has an English-speaking one and a Russian-speaking channel on the screen and in the show notes. And if you want to see me on his channel, you can go over there and do that with two other expat American crew members. I won't tell you who they are. You have to go subscribe to his channels and watch those videos. One's in English, one's in Russian, and they are separate videos. They have different information and different humorous moments in them. It looks like you've taken us to an American breakfast place in Moscow at night. Is that the case?
Is it an American breakfast place? I thought it was purely Russian. You know, this tuna and.
I don't know. You tell me. You're the expert.
Don't you know that everything was invented in Russia? Wheel, fire, what else? Electricity for sure. Radio, Popov. There was a guy by the last name Popov. So yes. Do not. It's cultural appropriation, I think, Joe. No, it is Americanish. Yeah, American music playing, you know.
English at least. Here's my pancakes, and Aurora has gotten, it looks like is that a BLT, Aurora?
It's a tuna sandwich.
A tuna sandwich. And Dmitry, you have the same?
A tuna sandwich.
So what would be your speciality?
Farmers.
Farmers.
Looking for, yes. There are so many opportunities right now. The land in many places is either free or almost free. You can get free housing even. You know, you can buy in some Russian regions. You can buy houses for like 5,000 to 10,000 rubles, basically for like $150, literally.
Wow.
They wouldn't be mansions, of course. You'd have to do some renovation, but it's you know, it's just cheap. Yeah. Wow. So if there are no quotas for milk, for beef, if you want to farm, whatever, grow berries, do milk products, so many opportunities. Hops, for example. 85% of 95% of Russian hops is imported right now.
Wow.
So, yeah, as an example.
Wow.
There's
a market for that now.
Yes. A lot of things you can do. Worms, like earthworms, fish, the freshwater fish in ponds and all that. A lot.
So because of the sanctions, there's now room for a lot of growth for people in Russia.
Yes, and the sanctions has been on for 10 years, basically. They started in 2012, like even before the Crimean annexation. So yes, there is the agriculture is taking off really. It's and it's going to go further and further up because there's just more people being born in the world. So yeah, that's
Wow.
Very, very promising field and lots of opportunities, and everyone is very welcoming. Municipalities, district authorities, regional authorities, they'll be, all over you if you do come as a farmer, especially with large families. With you'd require some capital, but not like tens of millions of dollars. There is a huge set of subsidies of all types for agriculture. A lot, like pages and pages of different subsidies. Discount on credit, subsidized interest rates, payments for like liter of milk, kilo of beef, and a lot. So yeah,
Wow.
it really is a paradise for farmers.
Dmitry has taken us to an alley. You can decide if it's dark or scary or not.
Well, Russia is dying off, as many developed and semi-developed countries are. So we need fresh blood. We need people who would appreciate us, and we would. Russians like Westerners, no matter wars and conflicts or anything. So yeah, that there is going to be safe place to live, cheap place to live, nice food, very good opportunities to meet your mate if you're single, great place to raise your children because it's safe and conservative.
But this is the alley we just came out of. We survived, and it smells like elephant.
Yes.
Is that an attribute of Russia?
Yes, precisely. They used to call the Soviet Union the birthplace of elephants because it was an absurd place in many ways, and they used to tell us that everything originated in the Soviet Union, like electric bulb and radio, and so yeah.
I did not know this.
And elephants as well. So.
But we're also walking behind the Moscow Zoo, so
Yes,
I think
yes,
that could be part of it.
Could be the reason. Could be the reason. And on the right, by the way, that's a courthouse, and that's where a lot of loud public cases take place. Ah, okay. Oh, cool.
Anglo-Saxons need to stay out of Russia is kind of like the general consensus I get from the haters. And you're doing a project where you're inviting Westerners to come to Russia.
Yes.
So what do you think of this thought process, of this criticism, this critique?
Yeah, well, I think they're small. They are a small minority, really. The majority would welcome you for sure, and I don't think anyone would approach you on the street with something negative. It might happen. It would be a very, very rare occasion, and it would be someone drunk probably. And I don't think it happens often. So
It's never happened to me.
yeah.
Of course, I am almost 2 meters, but
Yeah, well, they wouldn't mind 2 meters. They are.
if they're drunk, you mean?
And they want to get into your face. Yeah. Everyone's going to be welcome here and feeling comfortable completely. It's 12 o'clock at night. We're walking. There is no gang members hanging around or something. Or
You mean it's Moscow after midnight?
Yes, Moscow after midnight. So yeah, I think it's perfectly fine and safe. And I can tell you that I think I've told you that young women, walk from the subway alone, at 1 o'clock in the morning, unaccompanied. So feeling perfectly safe. So
Yeah, I mean, I have honestly, seriously noticed this. I mean, Aurora, for instance, she goes to university by herself all the time. I have no fear there. Like you said, it's midnight, we're walking around in the middle of we're in a big city, but there's no people around.
Right.
Someone could take advantage of us if they wanted to. And there's just never any fear
yeah, well,
of that.
with two of us, it's going to be a bit difficult. I mean, it's going to take some effort. But
But you know what I mean. In
I
America, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but you don't walk through a park at night anymore.
I was walking through Boston Commons, but it was a quarter of a century ago. Maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say
things changed.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went to university in New York,
Right.
it was much nicer than what it is now.
Yeah. No, here is perfectly safe. Really, I mean, people, when it gets warmer, people will drink beer, which is illegal. But
You mean outside? It's
yeah,
illegal?
Yeah.
But people do it anyway. It's not
Yeah,
really enforced.
yeah,
Like in
yeah.
America, it's enforced. You're not going to do that. You're going to get in
Right,
trouble.
right.
But here, people do it and they don't necessarily get in
Right.
trouble.
This is a alley of statues by one of the foremost modern Russian sculptors and architects, Zurab Tsereteli. He's in his 90s.
And he has a big,
He is just very influential.
ship statue on the river.
Peter the Great.
Right. Standing on top of a ship.
Yes.
Екатерина Великая.
Yeah, that's Catherine the Great. This is a very interesting place because you don't see, torn down houses in Moscow almost never. They clear them away, and this wall has been standing here like for at least 6 years, but maybe more, because I started walking here about 6 years ago. So yeah, that's quite a sight. The house is old, so they probably want to keep the wall, or they have some kind of a property dispute and they want to build something new. So yeah, that's.
And why does it say Klimashkina улица on the building?
It's probably some revolutionary, I would imagine, because this whole district is it's called the Krasnopresnensky. Krasnaya Presnya is the birthplace of the rebellion in 1905 when the workers, the weavers, rebelled against the Tsar and they were crushed. So that's all these streets are that's basically a revolutionary district. It used to be. Now it's well off. No revolution these days.
I wonder if people like climb on it and get into it and mess around.
There is just it's an empty yard. There is nothing really there. So
Yeah, but why wouldn't like kids and young people climb?
yeah, probably they probably
scaffolding.
would fall down.
I'm
break
tempted to
something.
climb the scaffolding right now. I will not though. Get my clothes dirty. Check out this cool church. I know
Yep.
nothing about it, but it looks very Gothic and
It's a Polish Catholic cathedral.
really
Yes, and there
Wow.
are concerts always, all the time there, and yes.
rock concerts.
No, not really. No. Classical music,
Oh, okay.
not
Cool.
rock concerts. No.
Very
no,
cool.
No. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
it's it's a proper church, Catholic presence in Moscow.
Wow. Oh, this is a Catholic church.
Yeah, it is a Catholic church.
Nice. Okay, I missed that fact. I wasn't
Yeah.
listening to you. So, because I heard there were only like 3 in Moscow.
Yeah, I'd say
Yes,
yeah.
there's 3 in Moscow. This is the biggest.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I should
yeah,
come back and do a video here. Maybe.
There is
We'll see.
St. Andrew's Cathedral for Anglicans as well. Actually, not too far from where we started, and yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So despite mutual hostilities between Poland and Russia, no graffiti, no broken windows, still.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
fact. Seriously.
Yeah.
He has taken us, Dmitry, to a statue of Lenin, which he says you don't see that often nowadays.
Very often. And it's not because they tore them down. They didn't build them in the yard. I don't know why it's here, honestly. It's kind of strange, but yeah. Maybe these used to be houses for party people.
He's got his signature hat in his hand.
Yes. This new apartment complex looking like the towers of Mordor. Scary ones, I tell you, especially in the dark. But they're standing, they kept the old bakery building. There used to be a bread making factory. This is historical as well. Used to be a trolley bus depot, and now they probably have buses there, but the buildings are quite old. So this M in a kind of question mark, it's the sign of Russian of Moscow transportation.
All right, it's getting scary now. Dmitry is taking us into the dark next to crumbling infrastructure, looking for a railroad track.
And this building over there, this huge in the middle, on its side, there used to be two-story houses where my mom used to live when she just arrived to Moscow in early 60s. Yeah, my whole family was living there, and yeah, they were like one room for 8 people or something. Yeah, it was quite crowded.
That was Moscow After Midnight with Moscow businessman Dmitry and our camera woman Aurora. Click like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, click the share button right now, interrupt my speech and send this to your friends. Also, I have a new secondary email, josephstephenrose@yandex.ru. If you want to go there and send me an email, maybe you'll be the first person to email me on that email because I just set it up. And if you are, I'll mention you at the end of my next film shoot. Also, let's say...
And in your prayers.
Yes, in the prayers. And let's say if you have your own YouTube channel and you're the first person to email me, I'll mention you at the end of the next film shoot. So 2 people, but you gotta say something nice about me because if you email me something mean, I'm just gonna delete it. And no, you're not too slow. People are busy. You can still email me. There's still time. You may be first. There's no way it heard you say that.
There's a microphone right here.
No, that's not a microphone. That's just the sensor for this.
Who is this Russian Dmitry? And he was afraid that he's going to be assaulted on the street because he's American. Yeah. Oh, careful. Careful.
You missed the shot. How dare you? Do you just start over? Well, it's gonna be a pain to cut. Just start over. Well, I can use it, but I'm not gonna let's chop it up.
In this shot, I look like I barely move. Like, you know, I use those, what you call them? Those little carts that fat people in the States move around on in shopping malls. Yeah. 'Cause I look like I'm 400 pounds. I'm not that fat, honestly. on YouTube.
This guy?
Russian, yeah, I think it's him.
Does he know you?
No, he wouldn't.
All right, are we rolling?
Must be him.
No, you get up.
Yeah.
Where am I? What? No, I need a microphone. Darn it. Okay. Where's the hole? This side? I can't see.
Oh, I was just holding it.
Ah,
Yeah, that's.